Hi guys, and welcome to The Awakened Energy. Today we are going to be talking about the yoga of Kundalini. No, not Kundalini yoga. That's something very different. The yoga of Kundalini. First of all, when we talk about yoga, unfortunately in the West, people think of whether it's calisthenics class or doing these movements, like in Kriya yoga, doing these Kriyas or these, again, Kriyas are Kundalini yoga. Perhaps some pranayamas, perhaps some breath work, maybe in more advanced classes, some chanting, some singing of mantras. But the yoga of Kundalini is, there are four original schools of yoga. They are, forget everything you think, you know, Kundalini yoga, Kriya yoga, Hatha yoga. No. The four original schools of yoga: Raja yoga, Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, and Bhakti yoga. None of these have anything to do with calisthenics class, or breathing class, or singing mantras. They are states. Now I'm going to read what these are. Raja. Forget everything else. Forget the name of it. Raja is the control over the mind and the attainment of self-realization through inner exploration. Now we can understand that as meditation, introspection, contemplation. Okay. We can also understand that as energy work. Karma, nothing to do with past lives and good and bad. No. Karma is the purification of the heart and the dissolution of the ego through service. I'll go on. Jnana is liberation, or moksha, through knowledge and wisdom. And Bhakti is the union with the divine, not divine feminine, not divine masculine, just the divine. There is no duality in this. Through pure love and devotion. So we have four elements here. We have earth, air, water, and fire. I'm not ordering them with each school of yoga. We also have, forget the 7 chakras. We have, if we divide the body into 4 equal parts, we have the head, we have the heart, we have the intestinal region, and we have the lower region where the reproductive organs are, and the first chakra. So we could say Raja yoga, which is mental yoga, this is the yoga of the upper body. We could say the yoga that deals with love, dissolution of ego, will be the yoga of the heart area. Are you following me so far? So then, how do we fit the other 2 yogas? Can we go, I'm going to ask you the question, can we go down, can we say knowledge and wisdom comes from the intestinal area? That feeling at the pit of your stomach tells you something. It makes sense, doesn't it? Pure love and devotion. Could this be the root and sexual organs? Devotion, okay, we can compare this to an emotion that is called lust. But if we take the charge out of lust, it becomes devotion. When we talk about love, but not loving a person, we talk about unconditional love, there is a magnetic charge. Sexual energy is very magnetic in nature to the process. So you can see the 4 schools of yoga of Kundalini fit these areas very, very nicely. But how do these relate to the chakras? Well, they don't. Really. What we do have, if we think about it, if we look at this as the chakras, we do have the 6th chakra of the head. We have the joining of the 2 schools of the heart and the head in the throat. So the throat is a minor point where the 2 schools join. We then have the heart yoga, and that joins perfectly in the solar plexus chakra with the sacral chakra. Say, okay, but then where does that join to the root chakra? Via the sexual organs, because the sexual organs aren't just where the root chakra is, especially if we look at the internal reproductive organs for both men and women. Obviously, in women, it's easier to understand here, but also in men, there is this area of connection. So if we can combine these 4 schools, these 4 quadrants of Raja, Kama, Jnana, and Bhakti, and we get them level and balanced so they all flow freely. So the earth, the air, the water, and the fire balance. This means Kundalini can be free to flow. Nothing to do with the deep philosophies and intellectualization and overcomplication of these schools. They are simply areas of the body going through different techniques to awaken and balance them, to align, to awaken the Kundalini. Now we can intellectualize, we can philosophize this, we can make this so abstract and so absurd that it no longer makes sense. Or we can take these 4 schools very simply, and if we work on them with no psychology, with no emotion, only through energy, because at the end of the day, to awaken the Kundalini is pure Shakti. To connect to Shiva, consciousness. If we work at these purely on an energetic level, opening the head, opening the heart, opening what we could really call as the lower dantian. So we have the upper dantian, the middle dantian, the lower dantian. And then we have the base, where we have the sexual organs, we have the opening of the pranic gate of the perineum, and we have the root chakra in the coccyx. If we work these energetically, we arrive at the yoga of Kundalini. If this makes absolutely no sense to you, write it down in the comments below saying, what the hell are you talking about? If you're just like, yes, that makes sense. Again, say, cool, write it down in the comments. Say, thank you so much, but I want to know more. And I will go into this further because this is a very deep subject, yet not on an intellectual level, on an energetic level. And understanding this will help you in awakening your Kundalini in a very balanced and safe way by balancing these 4 practices: control of the head, control of the heart, control of the knowledge, wisdom area, and control of the love, devotional area. Now, some people might say, yes, but love and devotion, that's the heart. It could also be the head. It could also be the stomach. So don't take this literally, because this does get a little bit more confusing, because each yogic house is not exclusive to each part. They have to individually be balanced in each section. Just as it's not, I mentioned the elements, earth, water, air, and fire. There is an air element, a fire element, an earth element, and a water element in the head. There is in the heart. There is. So we have these 4 areas of the body, which, whilst each has its major component, all 4 things have to be balanced in all 4 areas. I'll go into this in another video if people ask me to. If not, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification button for more, and I'll see you in another video.